have it in you. It doesn't just appear.
Right, it's a biological. So any more disposition, and this is the same phenomenon we see with X-Men. You know, you have
well, okay, we didn't expect that. Here,
right, it's a biological hypnagogic position, and this is the same phenomenon we see with those X-Men. You know, you have fall asleep, the object will jump and he will wait and remember his hallucination. Because if the brain transitions from different brains.
Is this your workout routine, or is this how you meet the opposite sex?
Let me give you a contemporary definition of a power. You have a graffiti artist, and it's technologically inclined, but you're not intelligent, Tony Stark.
Okay, thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. Glad to have you on the show. You know, you can come at me. No, seriously, I have the skin tone for it.
You really are.
I have the skin tone, and I have the elasticity in my nose from pretending that I'm a boxer.
Let me give you a contemporary definition of a power. You have a graffiti artist
touching my apples, and
but I can't.
you know, it's just it's upsetting. It's a paradox. It's a paradox. It's a pair of ducks.
That's not a paradox.
Paradox isn't a paradox?
I thought Tony Stark, Iron Man is technologically inclined, but you're not intelligent, Tony Stark.
Okay, thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. Glad to have you on the show.
I don't know the only thing I know is a byproduct of those ballpark frames. They put. That's why I eat butter sausage. I love butter sausage.
Well, a byproduct. Let me explain. A byproduct is a. What do you just say? Butter sausage.
Byproduct. That means
I did a lot of studio projects. I got invited to a lot of shows. Pasadena Media, primarily in LA, they had a lot of studio shows. So I got invited to do a lot of lectures on
what are we trying to do with
specifically subjects that I found intriguing. And so what I did was I published on my website a consolidation of a number of different subjects I lectured on, and also things I did on a personal level. So what my website is really based on is a consolidation of a number of different subjects where I discuss the physics. Our consciousness is something that we have to proactively take use to do a lot. We used to explore something called power hypnagogy.
Yes, it's a classic.
Power hypnagogy, you have two areas. You have hypnopompic and hypnagogic hallucination. Hypnopompic hallucination occurs on the onset of sleep. Hypnagogic occurs on the offset. And what Einstein would do is he would doze off with an object in his hands. And as he's about to fall asleep, the object will drop and he will wake and remember his hallucination. Because if the brain transitions from different brain states, from the deep delta state, the theta state, back to the alpha, while it's transitioning, you may not be able to recollect it.
Just like when you try to return something at Whole Foods, if an Amazon product, sometimes they'll tell you to get it in another store.
That is such a bad.
Oh, we don't do it.
That's such a bad idea.
How dare you? Our first fight.
Yeah, that's a bad analogy.
No, but it's true. I just went into Whole Foods and I tried to return something, and they said, "No, this says you have to do it at another store."
Yeah. They do that sometimes. How you like this, Jack?
I really like it.
Yeah, I'm not changing again because people think I'm reality. So any more deep questions about music, drawing, art?
How about Christmas? You celebrate Christmas?
No.
You don't believe in the written whatever? Is it a pagan thing? How do you see Christmas?
Okay, so here we go.
I don't focus on things that don't really align with my general interest. I see more about a distraction. So I'm probably going to spend Christmas studying stuff, drawing, painting, art, music. Just again, you know, our state, our consciousness is something that we have to proactively take.
Guy that bags groceries at the Ralph's down the street. This guy is.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what will cause that. Lysergic acid diethylamide, LSD, or psilocybin, mushroom, or dimethyltryptamine. Big term for DMT.
That's the way Jack is.
Any sort of psychoactive substance that temporarily alters the state of mind, really transcends you into a place of. And this is what Einstein and Hendricks used to do a lot. They used to explore something called power hypnagogia.
Just like when you try to return
Power hypnagogia have two areas.
Amazon product.
My favorite villain is this guy that bags groceries at the because I mean you're not just the jacket. Let me ask you a philosophical question about something that's not philosophical.
Yeah.
Where do we go when we sleep?
Power hypnagogia have two areas. You have hypnopompic and hypnagogic hallucination. Hypnopompic hallucination occurs on the onset of sleep. Hypnagogic occurs on the offset. And what Einstein would do is he would doze off with an object in his hands. And as you're about to fall asleep, the object will drop and he will wake and remember his hallucination. Because if the brain transitions from different brain state, from the deep delta state. Do you want a true, genuine intellectual answer?
I don't know. How long does that take?
Well, no, I don't see anything at all. I'm just admiring myself and enjoying your presence and being on the show with freaking Tony Stark himself, Iron Man.
Well, I don't remember getting you any presents, but
So when you take Viagra, do you get a hard on twice?
when people take Viagra from me, no, they chew it up and then put it in my mouth. No, I don't do Viagra. They reverse engineer Allegra.
Biological predisposition, and this is the same phenomenon we see with X-Men. Christopher Reeve is actually the alter ego and not Superman. He was born Superman, so he was born a superhero.
How do I feel about
Right?
Right, because you have to have